in child's pose, take a deep breath in, fill the back body. And big sigh out. Just taking a moment to set any intentions for your practice this morning. And then pull yourself forward into table. On your exhale, round and arch the back. Look at the belly button. On the in-breath, drop the chest and lift the chin. Good. Exhale to round and arch the back. Look navel. Inhale, drop chest and lift chin. And on the exhale, round the back, tuck your toes and lift your hips to downward facing dog. Taking a few deep breaths in and out. Maybe you lift and lower the heels, maybe bend and straighten the legs. Maybe a little wiggle of the bum. And with a long inhale, step feet to hands, halfway lift position. Empty and curl in, empty the lungs. The inhale, reach up and look up. Exhaling, hands down by your side. Good. Breathe in, reach up, look thumbs. Exhale and fold. Inhale, chin lifts. Exhale, step back to high plank. Lower chaturanga or the floor. Use the in-breath to a cobra or up dog. Exhale, round the back, downward facing dog. And just take a few long, smooth breaths. Next inhale, breathe in and step feet to hands. Halfway lift, lift the tummy. Exhale, fold and curl in. The strong, long inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, arms down by your sides. And again, breathe in, reach up, look thumbs. Empty and curl in. Use the in-breath, lift the chest. Your exhale breath, step back, high plank to low plank. Knees can lower to modify. Use the in-breath to lift your chest. Exhale, down dog. Slow, long, rhythmic, deep breathing. Release the crown of the head towards the floor. Maybe look towards your knees or your belly button. The slow inhale, step feet to your hands. Lift your chest and breathe in. Empty and curl in. Long inhale, reach up, lift thumbs. Exhale, arms down. Good. And last one here. Breathe in, reach up, lift thumbs. Empty and curl in. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, stepping back, lower knees, then chest or chaturanga. And in breath, lift your heart. Exhale, down dog. And breathe. Try breathing in for about 5 counts and breathing out for 5 counts. End of next exhale, prepare. Lift your heels. Inhale, step feet to hands, halfway lift. Empty and fold. Strong, long inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, arms down by your sides. Bring your feet together, knees touching. Squat to chair, breathe in, lift up. Exhale, fold forward. And inhale, lift your chest, maybe crow pose, maybe not. And step back to high plank, low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, back bending. Exhale, down dog. Breathe in and step your right foot behind your hand, left heel plants, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, step back, down dog or through the flow. Exhale, low push up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Use the in-breath, step your left foot forward. Warrior one, inhale. Exhale, step back, low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathe in and breathe out. 3 breaths. For 2. And 1. Inhale, step both feet to the hands, halfway lift. Empty and curl in. Inhale, squat low, reach your arms up. Standing tall and mountain. And again, squat low, inhale, reach up, chair pose. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, chin lifts. Exhale, step you back. Low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step your right foot forward, warrior one. Rise up, inhale. Exhale, low push up or down dog. Use the in-breath to lift your chest, strong bum and belly. Exhale, down dog. Left foot, warrior one, inhale. Exhale, low push up, chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, down dog. 3 breaths. 1. 2. 3. Inhale, step feet to hands, halfway lift. On the full, let's squat into Malasana. So take your feet a bit wider, turn the knees out, and sink your bum as low as you can towards the heels. Once you get as low as you can, palms touch, and take a breath in. On the exhale, hands down, lift your bum, straight legs. You can slightly turn the toes in. And then we'll exhale into the squat again. Lift your hands up. Exhale, fold over the legs, stretch through the hamstrings. Inhale, squat, and lift the hands off the floor. Exhale, fold. Inhale, squat. Really recommend wrapping presence in this position, especially if you don't like this shape. Lift your hips and fold. Good. And then hands up in the squat and take 5 breaths. Press your legs out, elbows into the knees, knees back into the elbows. 5 breaths. 1. If you're really flexible, try lifting your bum just like an inch off away from the floor. 2. And breathe. For 3. 4. Good. 5. Straighten the legs, lift your bum. Good. And then slowly inhale, catch your waist, and we'll come up to standing. Good. Take a long breath in, reach the arms out to the sides. On the exhale, turn your right foot out and step your left foot back about a foot. Breathe in to reach down for your right big toe or shin and look up towards the left hand. See if you can keep your hips open towards the left and look up to the top hand or to the bottom hand, working to keep both legs straight over time. Triangle pose. Think about pulling the mat apart with your heels. Strong and active legs. Find the elements of a back bend, drawing the shoulders back and lifting the chest. One more deep breath in. Exhale, look down and come up. Switch sides. Carrying your legs with you. Left foot out, right toes come up and reach down, look up towards the right hand and breathe. One, you can bend your front knee if you need some support. For two. Try fully emptying the lungs on the exhale. For three. Four. And five. Inhale, come up. Exhale, walk the feet even wider apart. Turn your right foot to the short edge of the mat. Bend the knee. Sink low into your hips. Warrior two. Good. Reach your front arm forward. Rest the elbow on the thigh or hand to the floor. Reach left arm over your head for extended side angle posture. Strong back leg. Few deep breaths. See how low the hips can go. Pulling the mat apart with your heels. Lifting your chest bone forward and up. Long inhale, come up and pivot the feet. Left toes turn out. Deep lunge. Reach down. Back arm over the head. Breathe in and out. Good job, Weston. Take a long inhale and come up. Both feet face the long edge of your mat. Catch your hips, lift your chest. On the exhale, fold, catching the floor with your hands. Good. See if you can bring your head down to the floor. Walking the hands back between your heels, tucking the chin. If you feel like lifting up, press into your palms or maybe set up for more of a traditional headstand position. Interlacing the fingers. Lean into the hands, elbows, and lift up. Only if it's part of your practice or you have somebody to support you up. And then inhale, hands down, lift your chest. Oh, feet down if they're not, of course. Exhale, catch your hips. Inhale to stand. Good. Turn the right foot out. Arms reach behind the back. Interlace the fingers and puff up the chest. Squeeze the thighs together. And fold over the front leg. Try to kiss your ankle. Maybe lift the arms away from the back. 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Keep your shoulders retracted. Squeeze the blades as you come up and pivot the feet the other way. Watching out for your quads. Breathe in, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. Kissing the outer left ankle this time. Good, and breathe. Level hips like you're balancing your coffee and Baileys on the back of your hips. Almond milk Baileys for those lactose intolerant. There's 20 bottles left at the Brookside Mall if you need some. And then pressing into your front big toe, inhale to come up. Half moon. So feet and chest open to the side. Arms extend long and active. Turn your right toes to the short edge of the mat. And lean into your right foot, lifting your back foot slightly off the floor. So you might come up a lot or a little. Just try balancing on the right leg for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left foot lands. Pivot the other way. Keep your shoulder blades squeezing into the back. Turn your left foot out. Lean into the foot, slowly peeling off the back foot. For 1, 2, 3. Strong bum, strong core, strong between the shoulder blades. 4, and 5. Landing the back foot. Inhale, arms wide, and just jump to the center of your mat. Good. Inhale to lift your right knee up to hip height. Hold on to the shin or catch your big toe. Maybe you straighten the leg and stand strong on the left leg for 1, 2, 3. Push into your left big toe man on the floor. Zip up through the inner thigh. 4. I think I already said that. 5. Open to the right. Lift the chest. Maybe look to the left. 1. Strong legs. 2, 3, 4, 5. Leg to center. Hands to waist. And breathe. 1, 2. Use a wall if you need it. For 3. Lift the leg a little higher for 4. Good. Smiling. And 5. Let it go. Same thing, second side. You can take a moment, rolling at the ankles or lift and lower the heels. When you're ready, lean into your right foot. Catch the shin or the toe. With the toe, straighten the leg and breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your leg to the left. Look over the right shoulder. Strong standing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leg to center. Hands to the waist. Kick your lifted leg up high and straighten it. Hollow low belly. Chest is proud for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release it. Move in any way you need. Give you a couple options for this next one. So tree pose, right foot first. Or we'll do half pigeon. So right foot over the left ankle. Sorry if my lights are getting in the way here. Maybe your foot just rests on the leg with the turnout. Or half lotus forward fold. So if the heel can come up into your hip crease, then the knee drops. Maybe you catch right hand to right foot behind the back. And then from the half pigeon or the lotus, bend into your standing leg and fold forward. Try to catch the floor with your left hand. Or maybe both hands if that's more accessible. From there, if the hands come down, straighten your standing leg and bow towards it. Noticing a stretch in your outer hip. Take a full breath in, look up, exhale, lift the guts. Inhale, stand up with control, and exhale, release. Same thing, second side. Good. Left toe, knee turns out, maybe tree pose, maybe cross the ankle over the standing leg, maybe heel to the hip crease. Maybe left arm catches toe at the hip crease. And then breathe in, lift up. Exhale to fold, hand to the floor, or both hands. Once the hands come down, try to straighten your standing leg and bow forward. And breathe in the pose. Next, inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, pause, strong tummy. Inhale, stand up with control. Exhale to abort the mission. Step to the front of the mat and breathe in, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. An in-breath, lift your chest. The exhale, step back to high plank. Low plank, chaturanga, knees, then chest. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good, and inhale to lift your right leg high, bend the knee, and circle it. So nice big circles. Really opening the hip into that outward spin, the external rotation. And then pulling it in towards the midline. Good. And with a breath in, lift your right knee as high as possible. And step the foot behind the hand. Good. Hands will plant inside the right foot. You can bring your left knee to the floor. Prop yourself up onto your fingertips or yoga blocks. And lift your chest. Couple deep breaths. You plant your left hand down and reach your right arm straight up to the ceiling. Option to pick up the back knee, tucking your toe, and try falling onto the outer edge of the front foot or both feet. Good. Keep breathing. And then hands plant, step back to down dog. I'm going to repeat the same thing second side. So lift your left knee high, start circling it, keeping the knee bent. Try to send the knee as far back and up to the ceiling as you can. So that's usually the spot we miss. Open yourself to possibilities this morning. Good, and then step your left foot behind the hand. Right knee comes to the floor. And hang out in the low lunge. Pausing for a couple breaths. Or place the right hand flat on the floor. Lift your left arm up. Maybe tuck your back toe under and lift your back leg. Falling onto the outer edge of both your feet. And breathe. 1. Lift your hips and engage the glutes for 2. 3. 4. And 5. Push off your front foot, plant your hands, and step back to down dog. Roll forward into a high plank. Right hand down, staggering feet or stacking. Lift your left arm up for side plank. 1. Squeeze the inner thighs and move the glutes. Bottom shoulder plugs into the back for 2. 3, keep lifting your hips, your waist for 4. And 5, switch hands, breathing in to lift up. 1. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hands down to down dog. Breathe in and lift your heels and your hips, shoulders over wrists, and lie down onto your tummy. I'll try not to break any legs here. Good. Straighten your legs, rest your forehead down. Heels together, if you can, and try lifting the legs off the floor. With a W shape in the arms, we'll lift the head, neck, and chest, squeezing the shoulder blades. For 1, you might turn your thumbs up towards the ceiling, getting a little extra rotation in the shoulder. For 2, pushing into your belly and lifting the legs. For 3, 4, and 5. Come down, exhale, head down. You can bend the knees and rock side to side. So you can repeat that version. You might bend your knees though. So same arm setup, W shape. You might bend your knees this time. You could press your heels together, press your pubic bone down, and lift your head, chest, and arms. Try to keep your ribs and pubic bone in the floor. Option 2 is to lift up a little higher and reach back for your shins. Press your shins back and lift your chest for bow pose. 1, try to squeeze the legs together. Strong upper back. For 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, hands down. Use the in-breath to lift the up dog from knees or toes. Squeeze the bum, open the chest. Exhale, down dog. Good. Take a breath in and step feet to your hands. Good. So toe squat. Toes come together. Lift your heels and bend your knees. Hands flat on the floor. Good. Knees are wide. Bend your elbows so that the upper arm meets the knees. And try leaning into your hands. Maybe lift your feet up. For 1, you might just rock forward and back, more weight on the hands. Maybe lifting 1 foot at a time. Try looking forward rather than down to keep the momentum up. Balancing those center of gravity a little bit better. For 4 and 5, step or jump back to high plank, low plank, chaturanga. Use the in-breath to lift your heart. Exhale, down dog. Then we'll come forward to seated. Legs out long in front. Good. Hands down, chest lifts. Spread the toes and bow the chin. For 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hug the right knee in. Open the knee to the right. Good. And reach both arms up. Interlace the fingers. Now wiggle the bum so you feel both butt bones. Lift your chest. On the exhale, fold. Reaching for the toes. You can't quite catch the toes. Try bending your knee to get there. This might support the low back a little bit better. And then fold over the leg if comfortable, or you can stay upright if you've got some stuff in the way. If you're in the upright position, draw the shoulders away from the ears, lift the navel, lift the pelvic floor. Working on that anterior tilt of the pelvis. And next inhale, sit up tall. You can keep this shape or turn the knee inward, the foot goes back behind you. So this is called half hero's pose. And you can actually take the knee a little bit wider from the long leg. We'll square the chest towards your right knee. Good. And reach your right arm up, sit up tall. On the exhale, side bend towards your left knee. Try to bring your left elbow to the floor, maybe your left hand. Good. You might reach down, left hand to foot. You might catch right hand to toes. But ideally, just looking for a side body stretch from right hip to right armpit. Keeping the chest open as best you can. And then next inhale, come up. Good. Bring the legs together and we'll switch sides. So left knee bends in and opens to the left. Use the in-breath, interlace the fingers and lift up the chest. So a little lean forward, chest opens, and then bow to the leg, folding, catching toes. You might stay upright or fold in for 1, 2, 3. Contracting right quadricep, pressing through the toe. 4. Belly in. And 5. Inhale, sit up. Option to keep this shape or send the left foot back behind you instead. So we're just getting a little bit more of that internal rotation. Good. Spread the legs wide, at least 90 degrees, even wider if it's comfortable. And then big inhale, lift the left arm up. Right hand down inside the leg. Maybe the right elbow comes down. Maybe you reach for right toes with one or both hands. Pulling through the chest and look up. Remember, main idea, finding a stretch in the left side of the body. So even if you don't go as low as they do on Google, one more full breath, breathe in, sit up. Exhale, legs to center. Cross your ankles, plant your hands in front of you, and jump back to high plank, low plank, chaturanga. In breath, lift your chest. Exhale, down dog. Step or hop feet to your hands. Good, and lie down onto your back for bridge pose or wheel. Good. So with the legs long, bend your knees, elbows tuck, press into your hands, your shoulders and your feet. And on the in-breath, lift your bum up. Tuck your shoulders away from the ears, shoulders under the back, close together. Grip the mat with the toes and engage the glutes. For 1, 2. Long lines in the torso. No, not too much wrinkling in the back body. For 3, lots of weight in your legs. For 4, 5, option to come down. Option, reach the arms overhead. And keep breathing. Keep the weight even in the legs. Ball of foot and heels. Option 3, bend your elbows. Fingertips are facing your shoulders. Press into your palms. An option to lift the head and chest off the floor. For 1, 2, press into your big toenails and inner heels. For 3, 4, and 5. Head taps or bum comes off, or head back comes all the way down. Last round for 1, 2, Hugging the midline with the legs. Try to straighten the legs even more. For 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, lower all the way down. You can bring your feet together, knees will open wide, or feet wide, knees touch. Take a few deep breaths here. Noticing the effects of the poses so far. When you're ready, hug your knees in towards your chest, lifting your tail off the floor, or do any wardrobe adjustments you need, like putting your hat down. Good. You might stay here, or cross your right ankle over your left knee, and hug it in for a reclined pigeon. If you're quite flexible, see how much you can lift your bum off the floor, and keep pressing the right elbow into the thigh. Really finding that outward spin and full flexion in the lumbar. Breathe deep. Head, neck, and shoulders relax. Take your time to switch the legs. Left ankle over the right knee. And breathe deep. Another way you can play with this pose, once you get that flexion in your lumbar, so the lift of the tail, you can start to find like a mini cat-cow. So the low back arches away and the knees will actually fall forward. And then you lift your tummy and press your low back into the floor. So you're getting a little bit of flexion and extension in your lumbar with the opening of the outer hip. These are just kind of ways to play with it, especially when you get a bit complacent in these postures. There's still more ways to activate and change the shape. And that goes for all the postures. I'm noticing that they just actually all get more complicated over time, adding layers and layers. Of course, that's if you let them. And on the next exhale, slowly release both legs long onto the floor. And with a tuck of the bum, squeeze the glutes and lift your right leg skyward, press through the heel. Good. Keep pressing through the heel, try to keep both legs straight. Flex the left toes off the floor, or up towards the shin, and hover left leg off the mat. Squeeze the legs to the midline for 1. Press your low back into the floor for 2, 3, 4, and 5. Keep pressing through heels as you windmill the legs, switching. So left leg straight up, low back pressing down, right leg hovering. Both feet in flexion. Press through heels and squeeze the midline for 1, 2, 3. Low back rooting into the floor for 4 and 5. Lift your right leg to meet the left. Find both hamstrings. Point and flex the feet a couple times. Good, and then let the knees open wide. Bending knees towards armpits. You might hold your shins, maybe reach for ankles or toes. Happy baby. Try to keep your shoulders, head, neck, and face relaxed. And then find the hamstrings and roll up to seated. Feet together, knees open wide for Baddha Konasana. Holding on to the feet. Send the chest forward and bow the head towards the legs. Pressing elbows into the inner thighs. Chest leads the way. And then with a slow breath in, lift up. You can keep your knees open, but then we'll bend the right knee into a squat. So right heel is in front of your left ankle. And you can twist either away from the right leg or towards it. So like we've been working on in class, find the inward spin of the leg and then hook left elbow outside the knee. The outward spin turns you into the twist. Try to keep your chest upright, spiraling across the ribcage. Slowly look center and switch legs. So right leg into Baddha Konasana, left knee into a squat. Twisting either direction, left or right. Whatever way you kind of did the first time, just to keep things even. Even though our bodies really aren't very even. So it doesn't matter. Do what feels good. Looking center, inhale, plant your hands and step back to high push-up, low push-up, chaturanga. With the in-breath, lift your heart. Exhale to down dog. And step feet, lower the knees to the floor. So dolphin or headstand. So if you're doing dolphin, your forearms are parallel, elbows and hands on the floor. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees off the floor to hover, and then press your hips back like a frog-like down dog. And try to find length in the spine. Stay here as long as you can. Maybe you start to straighten your legs and walk your feet in a bit closer over time. If you're headstanding, you will likely already have the practice, so feel free to go for it using support if you need it from walls or humans. Likely humans bigger than you though, because it could be dangerous. Try to stay up for about 5 to 10 breaths. Feel free to play with the shape of your legs if you'd like. When you're ready, lay on the toes and press back to child's pose, just like the posture we started in. Head down, hips back, breathing into your back. Child's pose, peel yourself forward, shoulders over the wrists. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step or hop through to sit and lie down on your back. So we're going to do supported fish or full fish. So if you have blocks and you like to use them for fish pose, one block can go between your shoulder blades, one could go under your head, or you can rest your head on the floor and just let your chest open. If you'd like to do the full fish pose with me, feel free to join along. Hopefully you can see me despite all these lights. Good. So your legs squeeze together straight, and you're gonna prop up on your elbows like you're sunbathing. But you're actively sunbathing, so you're lifting through the chest, pressing into your hands, and then wiggling the bum up your hands. Let your head go back and just rest on the crown of your head. Opening the chest and breathe. So we're not kind of on the top of the head, you're actually back to the crown, where the high pony would be area, the first thing that comes out of your mother, that kind of thing. I mean, if you came out that way. Squeeze the inner thighs, point the toes, engage the glutes. Take a few more deep breaths. And then slowly lie down onto the back, hug the knees in, and roll back up to seated. Good. Last vinyasa, hands come forward. Jump or step back to high plank. Low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good. Step or hop forward to seated and lie down onto your back. Taking rest for the next few moments. You've already set out this time for you, despite maybe the things you must do the rest of the day. Try to let your body relax as long as you can, well, at least for the next few moments. If seated helps you keep more attuned to the breath or your attention on the breath, then feel free to find a comfortable seat instead. You can always sit up on a block or a pillow. Sometimes lets the spine stay taller for longer. Broad collarbones and bow the chin. Highly recommend practicing with lights because you can just look at one light bulb. Or if you're near your Christmas tree, find one light bulb to stare at. So it's not a forced stare, just a loving stare. The eyes are heavy, like you're falling in love. Letting the body be as still as you can. Noticing the breath. Fluctuations of the mind. The thoughts that pass. Avoiding any rumination of any thought. You keep coming back to, I forgot to wrap that present, or need to do this. Just come back to the breath. As hard as it is, that's where the true practice lies. All the movements just helping you get to this position. Seated comfortably for a long time. Minimal thought. Minimal effort. Try to ignore distractions if you can, even though they're awfully cute. It's a Christmas miracle. I don't have any dogs down here. But I do smell bacon, so it could be the difference. We'll take one more deep breath in, fill up. Big exhale, push all the air away. The end point, tuck the chin, swallow the saliva, and hold your breath for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly breathe in. And fully empty, exhale. Take your time to find a comfortable seat if you're not already there. Sitting as tall as you can. Active in the back line. Lift up through pelvic floor and low belly. Take a breath in for you. Full breath out. Take a breath in for someone that you're thinking about or you care for. Full breath out. And take a breath in for everyone that shared practice this morning, holding the energetic space even from afar. Bring hands together, smiling into your brain. Namaste, and Merry Christmas Eve. Thank you all so much for practicing. Really don't recommend practicing with lights wrapped around your body. It's quite warm. And I've got lights in my body everywhere now, little imprints. But it's fun, and all for you. So enjoy the day. Have some Baileys, or whatever you want. Bye.
Love them.
Bye.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Bye.
Thanks, Amber. Merry Christmas.
Oh.
I hope there's a picture of that.
Well, I recorded the class and I might take a picture now.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye. Anne-Marie, I have a card for you, but we're coming out today, so I'll drop it over.
Okay, I think I've lost you, but in case you can hear me.
I can hear you. Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Yeah, we're
Okay.
around all day.
Perfect. I'll see you later. Okay.
Thanks.
Bye.